My name is Sandy. I own the Cat Spa in Victor, New York. It's in the Finger Lakes area of upstate New York. And I'm going to share a video I did bathing Jazz, who is a classic blue tabby, exotic short hair. And as you can see, he's very compliant. I figured to do this, I'd want to do it on an easy cat first before I venture into trying to video one that's more difficult. So what you see me doing now is using a Chubb's bar, and what we're looking for is a really shaving cream consistency, and I'm rubbing it all over. And the key to this is water. So if you can't get it to suds up and clean really well, you need more water, not necessarily more shampoo. So you can see me scrubbing him really well, and you get your fingers right down in there. And so as you see, he's not wet enough, and I'm holding the nozzle right next to him, so I'm getting him wet down to the skin. That's a big mistake a lot of new groomers make, is they don't get them, they just get the top wet and they're dry near their skin. And so I'm scrubbing them up on the other side. Don't forget the tail, like where they get the stud tail. His isn't bad. Don't forget armpits, and as you can see, he's super compliant and lets me roll him to his side and get in his belly and groin and armpits with not a problem. He tends to get some grunge in the corners of his mouth from food. So when you see me picking at the sides of his mouth, I'm trying to get that gross stuff out that's in the corners of his mouth. I've now put on an exfoliating glove, and I've added more water, and I'm using the glove to really work that Chubb's bar in. You don't necessarily need the glove, but on the shorter coated cats, sometimes I really like it to just like really get in there and scrub. You want to break down any dirt and grease that's in there, and it helps to loosen up shedding hair. An exotic shed like there's no tomorrow, so we will get a lot of hair out of this guy. So there I am working on the corners of his mouth again. And if they have chin acne, you could do the same thing on their chin. So now I'm going to wash his face. I like to use a washcloth so I'm not spraying water right in their face, because I don't want to waterboard him. And I'm using the washcloth to get it wet, and I use a tearless face wash that I'm really happy with, and I get it right on his little face and rub it in, get in the creases and the folds on his face. And now I'm going to rinse that first wash out. Some people say you don't have to get all the soap out of that first rinse. I like to get it all out as much as I can. He will get a second wash with a different shampoo. working from the top down. Just plug in his little ears when I do the top of his head to cover his eyes so it doesn't get down in his face. So my next shampoo I'm using, and I'm using it, is Chris Christensen's Clean Start. And I really like the finish that this gives on the cats. It's got a very light, clean smell. I am told that the Top Cat clarifying shampoo from Chris Christensen is the same as Clean Start, but with no fragrance. If you have cats that, or cat owners that don't like any fragrance. And I'm going to repeat the process. I'm going to scrub them up really well. See me using my fingers to get in there and scrub, scrub, scrub. And go over the entire kitty. He's such a good boy. He's used to being bathed. So it's good to use him as a demo cat sometimes. Good for beginner students too. Rinse him out the second shampoo. Got that nozzle right next to the skin, helping it out with my fingers, pushing it out. You want a squeaky clean feeling to his coat. With practice, you'll experience that feel of the coat as you go forward, and know that you got it really clean. And if you don't feel that feel, you need to get in there with some more soap. So nothing's going to break up that grease and dirt and grime other than soap and water. You want to show cat finish, you really need to shampoo them with soap and water. So now I'm just going to lightly roll him over. You see I did a very light scruff just to get him on his side, and then I can get him, make sure I get him nice and rinsed in his armpits, in his belly, under his chin, and in his groin area. A lot of new groomers, they pay attention to the easy parts when they're in their like low position, but they don't pay as much attention to the hard parts like their legs and their underside. So I'm just finishing up with him now, and I'll squeeze him out with my hands and wrap him in a towel and take him over to the table to clean his face, clean his ears, and then dry him. Thank you.